I teach healthy eating, and every recipe I do has superfoods in them. And superfoods, everybody familiar with superfoods? They're all the foods that are high in antioxidants and very good for you and keep us young and beautiful and healthy. And when we eat foods that are high in antioxidants, we tend to age a little slower. Who's up for that? Okay. And keep our bodies free of disease. So with that, what we do here at the garden is, if you've been here before this summer, this used to be the parking lot for the Botanical Garden. So we've changed it into the edible garden. And I'd say that's a pretty good use of space, wouldn't you? Yeah. We've been enjoying all the different things that we have growing. The coolest thing for me is to see these the apple trellis that kind of crisscrosses. That's an apple tree, so that's kind of cool. And today what we're going to do is we're going to feature Okra. I said Okra, not Oprah. Oprah's not here, okay? We'd love her to be here. So we'll call it, if I say Oprah or Okra, you'll know that I'm talking about good old okra. Good southern food, loves to grow in hot climates. It actually is brought here through Africa and through Louisiana. Well, if you go Africa all the way around to Louisiana, it's one of the bases of gumbo, as we all know that we find the best gumbo over there in Louisiana, right? I know that any Louisianian will tell us that too. So what we're going to do here is a little healthier version of a southern favorite, and we're going to saute the okra with a little bit of tomato, olive oil, garlic, a little salt and pepper, and you'll get to taste it up when we're all done. And in that, I've selected, well, actually my assistant Jim here. Everybody, wave to Jim, everybody. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the apron, Jim. It's a giveaway, you know. It says, oh, no. Yeah, he's single too, by the way, so I just had to give that plug. I don't know. Phone numbers later. This is the okra that has been grown here in the garden. I'm not quite sure what the varietal is. It's a little tough for me to want to feed it to you. So I've gone and went to the vines and plants over at Publix, and I found some other okra that seems to be just perfect for the dish I like to make. Now, when you're choosing okra, what you want to do is try to see how fresh and green it is, and you want to look at it to make sure there are no blemishes on it, or you don't want it to be too soft. That means it's gone past its maturity, and then it's going to be a little more gooey and a little more bitter, and then you won't have as good of an experience as you're going to have today. So here's a fun fact about okra. It's technically, this is kind of funny that the inside is considered fruit, but here we serve it as a vegetable. The pod is considered the vegetable, and the inside is the fruit. Kind of weird. But it grows best in hot climates. So I have to import it up. When I used to live in Chicago, we didn't grow okra too much up there because we have a very short growing season. All right, it's already 40 degrees there. So I'm so glad I live in the South. Yeah, and then what I've done with this, I've just washed it, let it drain, so it's dry, and then I've cut off the tips and the stem, and then I've chopped it in, like, depending on how long it is, it should be 2 to 3 inches long, fresh, and I'm trying to find one with some spots on it. You know, when I got these from the store this morning, the stuff that was sitting out wasn't as ideal, thinking, you know, I'm going to the Botanical Gardens, I'm going to be cooking, I want all these people to see what good okra looks like. So I had him going back, he brought out a crate, it was the freshest, most beautiful okra. It is very delicate. Now, this little mark here, that's just going from the store to here in my grocery bag. So it is very delicate. So, you know, don't throw it around like, you know, a punching bag or anything. And, you know, what you want to do is when you get it home, is actually stored in the fridge, but try to eat it as fresh as possible, or as quickly as possible while it's still fresh. So, what I've done is cut up, this is about 4 cups of cut up okra, and then I've done about a cup of chopped tomatoes, And tomatoes and okra kind of go together. It's kind of like beer and pretzels, you know, it's like, you know, okra and tomatoes, I don't know. And we're gonna use a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. So I'm gonna fire up my, everybody cross their fingers for scanner energy. Oh, look at that. Beauty, start right up. Beautiful thing. So I'm gonna put that on a medium-high heat. And this recipe will be available, oops, shoot. It will be available online at AtlantaBotanicalGarden.org. And you go to Chef Demos, and we have all the recipes that we've done all summer. And every weekend we have a new recipe because something grows in the garden and we just have to pick it. A couple weeks ago we did a eggplant ratatouille. And last weekend, of course, we did chocolate, so you really missed that one. If you weren't here for the chocolate fondue, I made chocolate fondue with cayenne pepper and drizzled on fresh strawberries and figs, because figs are actually in season right now here in Georgia. So I'm warming up my olive oil a little bit, and I'm going to get a couple of cloves of garlic. Now, garlic is one of the superfoods. Extra virgin olive oil is a superfood. And what I want to do is peel my garlic. This is one of those things you're going to go buy at the Cook's Warehouse. It's a garlic peeler, and it peels your skin right off of there. So you don't have to smash it with a knife if you don't want to. And I'm going to do about 3 cloves of garlic. The recipe calls for 3 cloves, and I'm going to just chop it up. It doesn't chop it for you, but you could use a garlic press if you wanted to make more of a crushed garlic. And actually, it's really nice to have that right in front of you, isn't it? So just chopping up your garlic. You could use as much garlic as you want. You could also throw in onions in this dish. What's nice about cooking is learning to improvise in the kitchen. Sometimes you have stuff and sometimes you don't. It's kind of like seasonal cooking. It's great when you have it. Sometimes you don't, but you can still make a dish and make it fun and flavorful. But garlic is one of those things you can always have around, and have fresh garlic. You could also get garlic that's already peeled. But if you have this $7.95 gadget, it peels garlic. It's just a piece of plastic, and it's very kid friendly. So you get the kids to peel the garlic, and then you're all good. So you got to put them to work, worker bees, right? Okay, so I've got that on a medium-high heat. I just want to get a little bit of heat on that garlic. See that? We need a little mirror right here so you can see there. I'm taking all my okra. I used to live across the street from Harpo Studios, so I can say okra as many times as he's my neighbor. You know? I was going to call this Oprah's okra, but copyright. I don't want them coming after me. All right, so now when you have an okra that is a little more young than mature, that's what you want to work with. The older your okra is, the slimier and more bitter it's going to be. So you do want to get it as fresh as possible and as young as possible. I know you heard that, Jim. I'm so funny, I make myself laugh, right? All right. So now you're going to see just a little bit of extra stuff that we called. I just decided to call it cheese because it looks like cheese, like stringy cheese a little bit. So again, the longer you cook it as well, it'll become gooier. So we're just getting a little bit of heat on this. I like my okra with a nice little crunch to it, kind of like my asparagus. You know, you've had that asparagus where it just has no life to it. My aunt, she lives in California. She kills her vegetables. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably why she's needed 2 hip replacements, a heart valve, you know. Like, I'm telling you. So I'm going to add a little bit of my chopped tomatoes. You could also use cherry tomatoes if you're looking for a really pretty presentation dish. That's a really nice way to go. The cherry tomatoes would just wilt just a little bit in your pan. And this takes all less than 10 minutes, so really quick and convenient. And we're just gonna get a little heat on that. And this recipe, ooh, I got more garlic over here, look at that. You gotta have garlic. And when you have garlic, make sure everybody else has garlic. That's the truth. Because garlic itself is antiviral, antibacterial. The okra, high in fiber, it's excellent. Lots of folate. It's a green food, so it's a superfood as well. Most people are used to having their okra fried. This is, we call this Saute. And again, it's less than, I've had this on here for about 7 minutes, I'd say. And I just want to get a little bit of heat on it. The okra is very, very healthy for you. And you get, what's nice is all you have to do is cut off each end, like I showed you. And then I love the mouthfeel of okra, so I think it's great. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper. There's some other things I brought on here that you can add. There's a smoked peppercorn, red cayenne pepper. You could add cumin to it, things like that. Right now I'm going to do a Mediterranean sea salt. So I'm just going to do a little salt and pepper. And you know, when you're cooking your own food like this, and you're making it from Mother Nature's version, salt is not necessarily a bad thing. So it's rare that you're going to over-salt your food, especially if you have to grind it all every bit of the way. So a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. And you know, I'm going to throw in just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to kind of top it off. And I'm going to cut the heat. And I'm going to get a bowl here, and that one looks good because it's glass, and then you can see it. Very simple. You could, like I said, you could throw onions in here. You can kind of mix it up a little bit. You could throw peppers. You could put goat cheese on it, which I'm so sorry I didn't bring. And because we don't have a microwave here at the garden, I would microwave this wonderful rice product, lay it on the plate, and we don't have a microwave. So that's a good thing. But you could also lay it over rice. You could put soy sauce in there if you wanted a salty flavor from soy sauce, or balsamic vinegar. Doesn't balsamic vinegar solve a lot of things for people? I'm going to throw that in there. It's not on the recipe, so that's the benefit of you being here live, hearing this, and getting to taste this. As soon as Jim scoops it up, this is the best part of my job. I get to taste. Last weekend I got over-chocolated, so it's like, perfect. All right, that is how easy it is. Tomatoes and okra.